In this episode of Dr. Chess Adventures, it's all about the sneaky checkmate coming up at move 25. Right now it's all about development and trading off pieces. Gonna move that knight out of the way, going after the queen.
Kinside castling.
Moving up the bishop there. Get the knight developed. Okay. Gonna take with the knight, or trading knights, because the knight was putting pressure on us there. I don't know if you've seen. There was a lot of things White's knight could do, so we took it. Okay, exchanging pawns there. Doubling up with the rook. When we kind of get a gift, I think White was expecting this setup here. So we took with the queen, or then maybe they were expecting to go for b7, which is what they took, which is fine. I didn't really mind them taking the pawns, the b and a pawns. My idea was to push the h pawn, which will come invaluable later. Very valuable. Okay, we have a problem here. We have to break down White's pawn structure. That's going to require a sacrifice. We happen to have a knight. We're going to go for it. Right there. King takes. Now, here's the tricky part. We've got to be creative in how we attack this position. Otherwise, the sacrifice is pretty much worthless. So, what I came up with is bishop to h4. Remember, it's protected. And now remember, this pawn, White's pawn is pinned. So, if White were to take with the queen, that's not good. So, that's not going to happen, most likely.
Check.
White ended up going for the check, which was another possibility. Okay, we go back to f8. Now White decides to set up where it could trade queens. Now remember, while this pawn was pinned, it's pinned diagonally to the king, so it can recapture if we were to take the queen. Decide to go with bishop takes.
Check.
Check. We get very lucky. White's king takes. It was not expecting that. Was expecting to possibly trade queens and then try to push the h pawn. After thinking it over for a while, there's a lot of options the queen has here. A lot of different options. The best option I could come up with besides, I thought about b6 potentially, but I didn't like that a ton. I didn't really want to trade. Obviously, d3 is
Check.
Not a good option there. So what I came up with is queen to d5. And this actually threatens a lot, because if you'll notice there's a pawn on h3. All we need to do is get our queen to g2 and it's checkmate. So if White doesn't cover, which it didn't in this case, it decided to go after the h pawn, that's perfect. Queen g2.
Checkmate.
There's a sneaky checkmate.